What we've been looking at here is at site level. Everything we can do, we can always go down further into the system to find out more information. So look at a particular asset for refrigerant usage, look at a particular asset for leak detection. So anywhere where we've got a hyperlink, we can click on that and move down to the next level and see more devil behind the detail, what's actually been happening in terms of usage and leak detection. So I'm just going to sort this by a different column here on the alarms for leak detection. Just because I've got a nice store here that's got some leak detection alarms here, and we've got some usage information as well, so it helps bring those two bits of information together, and we can use that to discuss how the information is displayed and how it's utilised.
Great.
So clicking on one of the stores takes you to the next level down. So this is more asset-based information for the particular store rather than at a group level. There's always two bits of information that's displayed on here. We have the refrigerant leak detection information at the top here, and if we go further down, we have the refrigerant asset information. So the refrigerant asset is all your HVAC, refrigeration plant, any equipment that's on site that holds refrigerant. The way that the Parasense platform works, we try and capture every asset, regardless if it falls into a compliance state or not. So that could be your little integral case in your bakery area to your large refrigeration pack that could hold 500 pounds of refrigerant. We want to capture all as part of that refrigerant management strategy in terms of looking at leakage, usage, etc. So the information that we have here is all the assets that we've captured for the particular site, from small to large assets. The details that we have here is the gas type, the classification and the charge. The other information here further over is actually how much refrigerant has been used over the period that we've looked at, and the charge rate as well. So we've moved from the store to the individual assets, are they compliant or not, and the leakage rate. So we can look at further on into an individual asset to see all the usage history regarding it. So again, like looking at the store's information, we're at the site. If we look at a particular asset, the rack A here that's used 200 pounds of refrigerant, we can see the devil behind the detail, when it was added. So we have those lines of information here. So the date it was added, who it was added by, the amount that was added, and some information on where the leak was, the cause of it, and if it was chargeable, etc. to the customer. All that information it attributes to the refrigerant usage.
Right.
Again, we can then move back up through the system. We have a very simple tiering system at the top. We're going to move back to the store level again. As well as the refrigerant usage information, we've got the leak detection alarm information. Those two bits of information together are a very powerful tool to drive down refrigerant usage. Without having the leak detection information, studies have shown that leakage rates are much higher in customers where this equipment isn't deployed and the information used effectively. What we have here is all the refrigerant leak detection channels here and all the alarm information that we went through earlier in terms of the rationale behind that. If we look at a particular area in more detail, it will then take all that alarm information and put it into a graphical format, so we can see how that leak has developed, the pattern of the leak, and using that information to help drive down refrigerant usage. Those could be refrigeration packs, coolers or display cases, all the areas that are key to refrigerant containment. We're going to pick on one area here. This is a bakery chiller, so this is a walk-in cooler to you and I, and what we have here is the leak detection alarm information displayed graphically. It's a great tool to look at how leaks develop, this whole small to large pattern, are they on defrost, helping you maintainers to pinpoint where those leaks are and reduce the usage. The tool is very powerful. We can look at it in more detail through the website, and we have here the levels of leak detection alarm information here. So you can see for this particular leak event here, how the leak has slowly developed over time until they've had a catastrophic event. So it's at these levels here we're trying to alarm, signal to the maintainer to go in and rectify the leak before we get to these high events. The beauty about the leak detection information as well is once that leak has been repaired, it's a great tool to check that has that leak actually been verified, has it been fixed properly by your maintainer. So it's like a police tool out the back of it as well. In this particular example we've got here, we can see some alarms. We've had a high event, they've gone in and fixed it, but again the leak has developed again, and you can see a pattern that's attributed to this leak. So is it on defrost? Have they actually fixed it properly? And if we zoom out again, the tool is very flexible. You can see they've had to go back multiple times before they've actually fixed the event. But the power of the leak detection is checking that, ensuring that leak has been fixed properly, and ensuring that the refrigerant usage is kept to a minimum.
Yeah, you can just imagine how much they would have actually leaked if you hadn't picked up on that first one, and the risk of your fridges getting too hot and losing all that food.
Exactly.
Cool. So hopefully you found that useful. That was a short snippet into a very precise subsection of the software. There's lots more capability within it, and if there's anything in particular that you'd like to know more about, reach out to us directly, and we will hope to make some more training videos going forward. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Bye for now.